Armor not only protect, but it also makes you glow, glide better, climb better, and attack better. Armor is critical to your success in Tears of the Kingdom, not only for combat, but also exploration. So here is the best armor sets that I have found for offense, defense, and exploration. Let's go. Let me know your favorite armor set down in the comments below. So finding armor is a little different in Tears of the Kingdom. There are people that will give you clues, especially about Misko's treasures, which will lead you to different armor pieces, and that's actually how I found some of these as well. But you'll find people that'll give you like rumors about, oh, you know, you can go over here and find this, or even just while you're in caves, which is primarily where you'll find a lot of your armor, by the way, is in caves. There is these like pillars that have the little cloth coming off them. I've kind of found that basically every one of the caves that have these like pillars with cloth, there's always going to be a chest in there somewhere, whether it's hidden or not, that will contain some armor somewhere in there. Now, upgrading your armor does work similar like it does in Breath of the Wild, and I covered that in my last video if you want specifics on that. But let's get into the first armor set, and that's the Fierce Deity armor. Now, this is probably the best offensive set in the game because it does give you that attack up bonus. The Barbarian set also gives you attack up as well, but this one is probably the better, though it is harder to upgrade because of its like harder requirements. We'll start with the boots to get this set. Now, getting the boots, you need to head southwest of Lookout Landing. There is like a little lake there at Mount Daphne's, and on top of that lake there is like a tree stump that you can sort of jump into, and then as you kind of find your way through there, you'll just have to cut some vines, and it's pretty straightforward as to where to go, and you'll be able to find the boots in there. The armor itself is a little easier to get. It just requires some climbing over in Eastern Hyrule. Up there you'll find in the Akela Highlands at the Akela Citadel ruins. Once you're here, if you head to the right, there is a little walkway or that you can like crouch and like walk through, and then if you drop down there, you'll basically land in the room that has the chest, so you can just grab it straight there. The mask is a little bit trickier, but you can get away with not fighting it. So the final piece being the mask. Now, this is in the top right corner of Hyrule at the Skull Lake. Now, you will have to climb into like the big chute that's there in order to get the mask. You can do that however you like, whether you want to glide across or what have you. Now, once you're in there, there is a boss in there. There's like a bone Stalnox that you will have to defeat, or if you are feeling like super adventurous, you could just try and get the mask without beating it, but you basically can defeat it and then climb the little edge there, and it will be there for you to pick up, and then you've got all three pieces. Now, there is also a sword that comes with this set, as there is a like side quest that is linked to picking up these pieces. If you want to get the sword, it's like west of the Akela Citadel ruins where you grab with the chest piece. There's the Cephala Lake there, and there are some NPCs just chilling outside a cave. You can talk to them to like start that actual quest line, and if you're wearing all the three pieces of the armor, going inside that cave will trigger the door to open. That'll give you the sword. The sword is quite powerful, and the attack up bonus of this armor makes it super valuable to use if you're looking to increase your overall attack power, and it is a great set overall. Moving on to the best defensive set, this is probably the Royal Guard set. This is the highest just raw armor rating value I found on any set so far, but let me know if there's one that's higher. Obviously, if you increase enhance the gear, the armor rating does go up, but this one's like at its base level been the highest. It is expensive to upgrade though, so you may be better just rocking something else and upgrading that, but just as like in terms of its raw like armor rating, it is the highest that I have found. Now, you get the Royal Guard set inside Hyrule Castle. All three pieces are in there, and because Hyrule Castle does contain a lot of hard enemies, you probably don't want to just walk through the front door. The best way to get there is by the Skyview Tower at the Lookout Landing. You can basically like jump up here and then glide your way across to Hyrule Tower. What I would do is glide all the way to the shrine that's sort of at the back, and then from here underneath the shrine you can climb inside Hyrule Castle, and then you're basically going to enter the library, and then you turn around and the first piece is right there, the boots, and then from there if you climb all the way to the top of the tower, whether you use ascend or however up you get there. Basically, you want to climb all the way up to the top and then turn a left once you hit the sanctum. And then if you drop down into the section, you'll be able to drop down into Princess Zelda's room, which is where you'll be able to get the second piece of the armor, the cap itself. The last piece being the armor, you may have actually already grabbed, as you can pick this up just near the first gatehouse. It's not actually in the tower itself, but there's a little like walkway here that you would have been blocked off if you first came here as part of like the story, but eventually that person leaves, you'll be able to walk through here and go into like the guard's chamber, and then if you ascend up into this little area, you'll be able to get the Royal Guard uniform up there. The best exploration set, in my opinion, is definitely the climbing set, as it just makes climbing so much faster. Like, it's a noticeable difference, exactly it was as in Breath of the Wild. In order to get the climbing set, the first piece comes from the North Hyrule Plains. Just near the stable there is a cave that you can enter. And as you go in the cave, like, you'll run into two likes, which you can like either zip past or defeat them. And basically you just need to run up here, and there is a waterfall that you can go behind. And once you're behind the waterfall, you will be able to find it there. I already grabbed this piece off camera, but you can just imagine there's a chest there and you can pick up this bad boy. The legs themselves come from the Upland Zorowana by road section of the map, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but it's in the Zoro's domain. It's like sort of westish of like the Zoro's domain. There's a cave here that you can enter. This cave can be a little confusing, but it is in here. Basically, you want to go in and defeat the likes that are blocking your way. They are covered by rocks, so you need to like either recall a rock into them to like break the defenses, so then you can defeat them. But once you head in and you get past like those first area, you want to head left and then follow the path there, and you'll find like a flooded room with some ruins in it. Lift up the door so the water drains away, and then underneath like the stairs there is where you will find the chest to get the armor piece. The bandana is also in the Zoro's domain. It's just sort of like to the west of Zoro's domain. It's in a cave there, like halfway up the waterfall. This one I really struggled with, like actually just like figuring out what I was going to do in this cave. I tried to build like a fan plane to like fly my way up because the walls are like slippery here. So if you've got sticky armor, it obviously will help there, or you could craft a like sticky elixir so you can climb it, but you could just kind of force your way up there like I did, and essentially once you get up to the top, then you open the chest and it is in there if you want to get the full set. It's such a clutch set for climbing. Like, it makes climbing so much better, and I really like this set. I highly recommend that you use it and wear it, especially when you're exploring, because there is a lot of climbing to be done here, more than Breath of the Wild. I think like there is so much more, but you can get around climbing with like construction and stuff, but plenty of fun to be had there. All right, so moving on to the Miners set. This set is found in the depths, and it makes the depths heaps easier because of it gives you like a permanent glow effect. So you can find food that you can use to give you that glow effect, but this armor just gives you that effect by itself. This can be tricky to find, like actually finding it down there. Now, some old maps that you might find in the Sky Islands will sort of tell you where you can find it. That's sort of how I started finding some of these pieces, but for the most part, you can just go down there and get them, because I'm going to tell you where they are anyway. But the first piece, the trousers, is found just near the Great Abandoned Central Mine, which you may have been to or heard about, but it's sort of a like southeast-ish from there. It's very close by. There's like a light route just nearby, and you'll be able to find it there and be able to get the trousers. The top is just near where you would have completed the Camera Works in the Depth quest. If you go from that light route and basically like head west a little bit, you'll be able to find it. It's sort of almost directly underneath where you get that Fierce Deity mask that we were talking about earlier in this video. If you're looking like from the surface view, it's basically there, but you'll be able to find it. And the last piece is a little bit more tricky. The mask itself, it's way out sort of in the Garuda area. It's directly underneath the Karakara Plaza section of the map. Now, you can get here by like a nearby well. You can drop down and then sort of walk your way over there if you want to get there, but essentially there's a light route like right near where it is, and you'll be able to grab the mask from there. I really like this set for like exploring underneath the ground in the depths because of the glow that it gives you. It just makes that a little bit easier. You don't have to like throw all the seeds everywhere to be able to see, but there are so many cool sets in Tears of the Kingdom, like the gliding set that allows you to like move around in the air a little bit more. You get that by completing challenges in the Sky Isles, or the Zora set, which allows you to go up waterfalls, same as it did in Breath of the Wild. You get that basically in the same place you got it in the previous game. But let me know your favorite sets down in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching this video till the end. Thank you to our members for supporting the channel. My name is NorZZa, and I hope you have a great day.